Alright, question 7, quadrilateral HIJK is inscribed in circle C. If the measure of angle H is equal to 115 degrees and the measure of arc IHK is equal to 4x plus 22 degrees, what is the value of x? Okay, this is going to take a couple of connections. Measure of angle H is 115 degrees. And we have this arc right here, IHK, which is 4x plus 22. And some of you might be thinking, well, how are they connected? And that is an excellent question to be asking. We know that opposite angles in a quadrilateral, in an inscribed quadrilateral, are supplementary. So that means that angle H plus angle J is equal to 180 degrees. We also know, if we can notice this, that angle J right here is an inscribed angle that intercepts the arc IHK. So then we have this relationship that the inscribed angle, so we know that angle J is the inscribed angle, is going to equal 1/2 times the measure of the intercepted arc, which is 4x plus 22. So now if we wanted to, we could use substitution. Since we have our two equations, it wants us to find the value of x. We know that angle H is 115 degrees, so I'm thinking to myself, 115 plus what is going to equal 180? Well, 115 and plus 5 would be 120, and then from 120 to 180 would be 20. So 120 plus 20 is 140, plus 20 is 160, plus 20 is 180. Sorry, I had to count it out for a second. It's late, and so my mind is a little bit more strained right now. So that is 65. So we know that the angle, from this, we know angle J is equal to 65 degrees. So then we could substitute that in and say 65 is equal to 1/2 times 4x plus 22. And again, I'm going to use the algebra calculator. It sets up the work a lot cleaner and neater than what I can type out on a computer. And it shows the steps. Whoops, that is not. Make sure it does not stay in the denominator. So then we have multiplied by 4x plus 22. And if we click go, again it shows the steps. You don't have to switch sides. That is kind of just a preference if they want x on the left hand side. So then they multiplied by 2 so that they could reduce the 1/2 down to a 1. So 2 times 1/2 is a 1. And then they multiplied 65 by 2, which is 130. So that's where this 1 times 4x plus 22 is just 4x plus 22. So then you would subtract from both sides 22 and simplify. So 130 minus 22 is 108. 22 minus 22 is 0. 4x plus 0 is just 4x. So then you would divide both sides by 4 because 4 is multiplying by the x. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. And 108 divided by 4 is 27. So x is equal to 27.